see the light and call for Biafra. Live for Biafra, die for martyrs. Live for Biafra, die for martyrs. As you see the truth in him, as you see the light in him, and stand for Biafra. As you see the truth in him, as you see the truth in him, call for Biafra. As you see the truth in him, as you see the light in him, and stand for Biafra. Thank you very much. That is my voice for now. Thank you, my Prime Minister.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Oga Karakerugo, Oga Necherugo, our Prime Minister is going to take the center stage now. I welcome the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa.
Thank you very much, Thank you very much, Biafrans in the Nordic countries. I welcome all of you, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile Cabinet, de facto government in the homeland, ministers, and the other head of department. I welcome all of you this evening to this historic tour again, the first ever regional tour of the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile. And we start from the Nordic state. Biafrans, with your support, prayers, we have been able to record a very tremendous achievement and success. And with the prayer that I have listened to today, if devil did not disappear, make I know say God no day. Because this kind of prayer that our brother and pastor prayed here, you will know that pastors are nudi. Some people think that they are pastor, but this particular prayer today will shatter the devil's kingdom in Biafra movement. So I welcome that prayer with my whole heart. So my fellow Biafrans in the Nordic state, I want to first of all thank you for bringing out your time to be here, to have given support to this government up to this point. Whenever the Nigeria state starts crying, know that you are doing something and you're doing it very right. For the very first time in the history of the Biafra liberation, Biafra discussions and issues has never been talked about the way it is being discussed today, both with the enemy and those that are supporting Biafra. I want every one of you to understand that what you are doing now is your right. Freedom is the most important thing in any human life. And you must go out to fight for your freedom and regain your freedom and make sure you are not enslaved. Make sure you don't live a life and leave your children, your born children, your generation to come in the hand of slave masters. It is your responsibility as a man, as a woman, as leaders in your family, your different organizations, to fight for your people and free them from the enslavement and the shackles of Nigeria state. That's exactly what we are doing today, and that's why we are making progress. Since 1945, Biafra people have witnessed all manner of wanton killing, destruction of properties, ethnic cleansing, genocide, just in the name of maintaining one Nigeria. And today, the generation of which I'm very proud of, which you are part of, have risen up to say enough is enough. It is time we take the bull by its horn and say enough is enough, and we must fight for our freedom, just like many countries in the Nordic countries today where we live have decided to fight their way many years ago. And today, there are countries where the innovation, development, and all manner of civilization has come to stay. We are not different from these countries. We're not different from Finland. We're not different from Sweden. We're not different from Estonia and many other countries around this Scandinavian region. So my people, whatever you are doing today by supporting the Biafra Republic government in exile is your right, your political right, right to freedom of expression, freedom of association, and freedom and anything that has to do with your freedom. It is what you are exercising today under the Biafra Republic government in exile. For the very first time in Nigeria history, the entire foundation of evil Nigeria has been uprooted. And today, from the presidency down to the local government chairman, they are all running helter-skelter because Biafra has brought a new dimension that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talked about before he was kidnapped. Many people did not see that particular spirit coming. But today, everything, every prophecy has come to pass. And the process and the road to the restoration of independent state of Biafra is right in front of us, is right here, looking at us, and we must not be distracted. We must not be moved. We must not be, we must step back an inch because of the, the steady bombardment in our land, because of the blackmail, because of the propaganda from the Nigeria state. We must not step back an inch. We must not succumb to the pressure. We must not succumb to the attack coming from the Nigeria state. The more this attack comes, the more we are proving to be on the right path. Today, for the very first time in the history of Nigeria, they have declared Biafra agitators wanted. They are declared wanted alongside with terrorist groups, the terrorist groups that are arresting, rehabilitating within 6 months. They recruit them into the Nigerian army, and they focus more on the southeast part of Biafra. That shows that we are doing the right thing. Today, for the very first time in the history of Nigeria, Nigeria Army printing flyers, sharing it on the road, going from one place to another, sharing it on the road. And one thing that is very laughable is they continue to call IPOB. They have refused to understand that Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile, because they know the implication of that. But we continue to tell them that we are no longer doing IPOB thing. What we are now is government, and it is government to government. And I happen to be the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile. We have the Biafra Liberation Army that was unveiled to defend the Biafra people, women and children against the bombardment, against the ethnic cleansing and genocide that Nigeria government is bringing to our people. Yet, every day, they talk about ESN camp. Every day, they talk about the exchange of gunfire with ESN. ESN does not exist as far as this government is concerned. The people that brought the issue of ESN after 3 years were the criminals of the Nigeria IPOB, who, after they failed to destroy Biafra, they are looking for something to hang on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And today, the Nigeria government, who sent them to start talking about ESN after 3 years, they refuse to talk about Biafra Liberation Army because they have told them to go and start talking about Eastern Security Network again after 3 years. Why? We have made it very clear that anything ESN has been dissolved, and what we have is Biafra Liberation Army. We are making the defense of the Biafra Liberation Army very open and public. Yet, this criminal and terrorist state continue to hang on Eastern Security Network. They continue to hang on IPOB. And many people that are following this IPOB Nigeria do not understand what they are doing, using them to try to, put those things hang on the neck of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the founder of the Eastern Security Network. And as a government, we don't operate anything kind of security outfit as such. We have formed the Biafra Liberation Army, we formed Biafra Resistance Fighters, we formed Biafra Navy, and all this together combined become the Defense Force, Biafra Defense Force, which is in the public domain. So fellow Biafrans, today, they are still talking about Eastern Security Network. Ask yourself, why? And those people following the IPOB Nigeria continue to go on social media to try to correct the Nigeria army, the terrorist army, that, oh, This, they have made it very clear several times that Ekpa have nothing to do with IPOB. They don't understand that these criminals are using them because they cannot explain why is army always talking about Eastern Security Network. And they are saying, we have constantly tell them, this guy has nothing to do with ESN, this guy is not an IPOB member, but they don't understand that that was what Ejiofor and those who are working with the Nigerian government asked the criminal leadership of IPOB Nigeria to do. Immediately, they sacked Ejiofor. I want everybody to pay attention. Immediately, Ejiofor was sacked. I was one of the persons that know about it from the beginning. And immediately Ejiofor was sacked, I announced it. They were still hiding it and hiding it and hiding it. And Ejiofor appeared in one of the court. And then the news was everywhere. But I knew that Onyendu have sacked Ejiofor. So instead of them to show that they have actually lost everything, including losing Onyendu, do you know what they did? They started preaching that, oh, Onyendu is not supposed to go to court. But ask them, what was Ejiofor doing before he was sacked? Was he not going to court? Was he not the same Ejiofor that went to court without any document, without any indictment, without nothing about Onyendu? He doesn't even know the indictment against Onyendu. He went to court, demanded for the indictment. They refused to give him indictment. But he went to court to defend Onyendu without Onyendu's consent. All these things was a cooked up, planned deal to make sure they hang cases on Onyendu's head. And I want to remind Biafrans today that, remember that there was a case that the Binta Nyako adjoined to further notice. That was a different case entirely. Nobody is talking about it, but it is going to come later on. By the time they release Onyendu, they will still go back and say, oh, there's another indictment, which Ejiofor went to court and said that the case is done and dusted. How many of you remember that? There is a case pending, which is the whole thing Ejiofor and Nigeria government was doing in order to make sure that they hold Onyendu. Ejiofor went to the court and said that the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't have no case. The case is done and dusted. But the pronouncement of the judge, according to Ejiofor, was that he don't have the jurisdiction to try this case. Okay, if you do not have the jurisdiction to try that case, why did you not scrap the case immediately in the court? And the case was adjourned indefinitely, which means after whatever that is going on now, if we just get through, Ejiofor has set a trap that they are going to take Onyendu again. I made this exposition, immediately that case was adjourned indefinitely. But Biafrans and those who follow them then don't understand what is going on. So now, immediately they see that Ejiofor has been sacked. What did they do? Ejiofor told them to go and gather people and start making videos about ESN. After 3 years, none of them talked about ESN for complete 3 years. Immediately the sack of Ejiofor came, because what they were telling some of you then was that, oh, is this Ekpa that is paying the lawyer? Is it the Biafra government that is paying the lawyer? Who is sending the lawyer to the... And immediately they hear that the Biafra government have taken charge of the Onyendu case. Immediately, they start gathering boys to stand picture and present them as Eastern Security Network. After 3 years, they didn't talk about Eastern Security Network. It was the same people that came to Radio Biafra to shout, hey, nothing like Eastern Security Network again. They don't have camp there. There is no camp there. Everything was destroyed, almost. Now, they make a video and tell Eastern Security Network. And when Biafra Liberation Army fight these criminals, this terrorist army of Nigeria, instead of them to report it is Biafra Liberation Army, they say it is Eastern Security Network. Are you people not seeing it? Now ask yourself, what was the intention and what is the intention of the Nigerian army in doing that? In the hand of Ejiofor and the criminals in DOS is there. They hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with impunity. But one thing is certain. We will force Nigeria to release him in a historic manner. I have said this several times. The release of Onyendu lies in our hand. The release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lies in this government. I want you to understand that he is not the first person to have been in prison or have been incarcerated for fighting for freedom. If they have the opportunity to incarcerate me today, they will do it ×4, because according to them, I have done what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not do. And let me tell you, this fight is a fight to finish. And I told them, I am not going to fight like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not going to fight like Ojukwu. I will fight like Ekpa in 2024. Amen. That's exactly what we're doing. So anybody expecting me to fight like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is wasting his time. Anybody expecting me to fight like Ojukwu is wasting his time. We see how Ojukwu and his fight ended We see how they have done to what they have done to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they're expecting me to do the same thing. I'm not a fool. We will fight Nigeria ruthlessly, the way, the kind of brutality they brought our people, the same way we are going to defend our land and fight them. And that's what we are doing. If you come with AK-47, we will fight you with AK-47. If you come with GPMG, we will fight you with GPMG. If you come with aircraft, we don't have it yet, but believe me, we will make sure we use anti-aircraft against you. And that is exactly what the international law says. You cannot just fold your hand.
All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where I'll bring you back-to-back updates and information as to the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first to go collect them. Let's go down to the news proper as it is hot. You don't share the matter will be say there for my table, and I'm waiting at the table for you. See the be for the matter for today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't criticize ruling head to appeal court. The legal team of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, led by barrister Aloy Ejimako, has appealed the ruling of the Federal High Court, Abuja. In the court document filed before the appeal court, Kanu's special counsel Ejimako and other members of the legal team faulted the ruling of Justice Bintanyako of Abuja Federal High Court of March 19, 2024. According to the notice of appeal filed by Ejimako with charge number FHC/ABJ/CR/383/2015, the legal team said the High Court appealed that the lower court denied Kanu's constitutional rights to a fair trial. The document read, take notice that the appellant bill dissatisfy the ruling of the Federal High Court Abuja Division, Koran, BFM Nyako J, delivered on the 19th March 2024, hereby appeal to the Court of Appeal Abuja upon the grounds set out in paragraph 3 below, and will, at the hearing of the appeal, seek relief as set out in paragraph 4 hereof from the Court of Appeal. And the appellant further states that the names of the addresses of persons directly affected by his appeal are as stated in paragraph 5 below. The Land Trial Court erred in law when the court assumed jurisdiction to proceed with the hearing of the criminal trial against the appellant when the appellant is clearly denied the constitutional right to fair trial, with particular reference to denial of adequate facility to prepare for the defense of the criminal allegation against the appellant and his right to counsel of his own choice, thereby occasioning a grave miscarriage of justice. The legal team specified the particulars of the error as fair hearing/trial bears the constitutional safeguard of ensuring that the appellant is accorded the adequate facilities to prepare for the defense of the criminal allegations leveled against the appellant. The denial of the appellant the opportunity to interact and brief his counsel on what line of defenses the appellant tends to agitate in the trial court and rely on was adequately brought to the attention of the trial court by motion. The trial court failed and neglected to make necessary orders that would protect the appellant's aforesaid rights, but rather held that the court cannot dictate how the respondent carries out its work. The trial court has the powers to order the respondent, being the determined authority, to cease and desist from interfering with appellant's constitutional/fair hearing right to adequate facilities to prepare defense and his right to counsel of his choice, and where it is impossible to do or where the respondent persists, the trial court. My people, all that English way they hear me say, I don't read that English, read. But I say if I continue to read this grammar to you, it go be like say na grammar we can't speak here. But as they be in conclusion, the same as the Kanu's lawyer don't file another suit, say may they go defend the man. As he say, it don't happen as court don't summon 5 people will be say, Mercy Chinwo will be say they sing song. As Mercy Chinwo come put to bed, some social media handles come out, they carry out say the child where Mercy Chinwo give birth to, say that child resemble Nathaniel Bassey. And as it be, the matter come they trend for social media, come they go round. They say na Nathaniel Bassey na him be the papa for Mercy Chinwo Pekin. But as it be, court don't summon those 5 people where we say they carry out that act. Make I carry you go for the full detail of the information. Court summons 5 persons for defamation of Mercy Chinwo. The complainant say the alleged action of the defendants are contrary to Section 391 of the Penal Code and Section 24(1)(b) of the Final Crimes Prohibition Prevention (ETC) Act 2015. As it be, the Chief Magistrate Court, Wuse Zone, has summoned 5 social media users for criminal defamation of the reputation of gospel singer Mercy Chinwo and her husband, Bless Uzochikwa. In the court summons dated April 3rd, 2024, cited by Channels Television Chief Magistrate Emmanuel Inyanya, ordered the 5 defendants to appear in persons before the court on April 23rd, 2023 to answer the charges leveled against the complainants. The complainants in the matter are Blessed Uzochikwa and Mercy Chinwo. And Mercy Chinwo, while the 5 defendants are Okoronkwo Ejike, Kingsley Ibe, DJ Spoilt Kid, Terence Eckert, and Samuel Alozie. The suit stemmed from posts made by the defendant last week after the gospel singer and her husband posted a picture of their son on Instagram. After the picture of the baby, who was born in 2023, was posted, defendants alleged that there was a resemblance between the baby and another gospel singer, Nathaniel Bassey, and claimed that he was the father, an allegation that went viral. In a criminal complaint filed by the complainant's lawyer led by Pelumi Olajembeshi and of Abuja-based law firm, Law Corridor, Mercy Chinwo and her husband say the alleged actions of defendants amounted to cyber criminals, injurious falsehood, and cyber talking targeted at their persons. The complainants say the alleged actions of defendants are contrary to the Section 391 of the Penal Code and Section 24(1)(b) of the Final Crimes Prohibition Prevention (ETC) 2015. You don't share you know say this social media thing, it be like say some people they take them for granted. I beg oh, my hand no deal. So as it be, the people don't carry the matter go court to and court the matter they now as it be. It don't share for them. It don't share for them as it be. Meanwhile, as it be, they say EFCC don't arrest one woman, a big man. What do they call Bobby Risky? According to Bobby Risky history, they say Bobby Risky na man that time. But as it be, they say Bobby Risky don't change now. And people know to understand that. Meanwhile, make I no go carry head they put for that one because now people they choose how they want to live their life. My hand no dey oh. They say that the woman be the mama of Lagos. They say controversy don't erupt as 63-year-old priest marries 12-year-old girl in Ghana. While that one na child abuse, oh, may they catch am. Make you know be these people where we say that they do pedophile. Oh. You know, say some people na pedophile, they call them as they be. They carry small children them. They say Nigerian army says troops intercepted large quantity of illicit drugs in Ogun village. Troops don't intercept a quantity of illicit drugs for Ogun State as it be. They say the Nigerian army has said that troops of the 35 Artillery Brigade intercepted a Mazda vehicle with registration number NRK 622SB, everything covering a large quantity of substance suspected to be cannabis sativa. You don't share those people where we say they do that business, you don't share for them. they say Obi celebrate Easter with email say we are all prisoners. And Peter Obi na do that one. They say Peter Obi go inside the prison where you follow prisoners, go celebrate Easter, go they tell them say all of them are all prisoners. That talk where Obi talk, me I don't know what it mean, but as he say that all of them are prisoners, well, people are in different prison. Some are in prison of conscience, some are in other kinds of prison, and the rest of them are they be. But meanwhile, you know, get as be where he never be before. Now here I go to wind down the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you for listening. God bless you.